Well,
Just, I got her feet.
Well, get out.
Here, Denver.
You do it.
It's ready to go.
I mean, I guess I could, but I don't know how. Oh. I wonder if they have that little. I didn't say he really would,
kind of looks like George Washington.
No, it's kind of neat. We can make some.
It's bed sheets. What's he laughing about? Bed sheets.
I don't know. Okay, Denver, you got it?
I'm moving to Clarksville. This was good. If this is all we saw, we were happy.
Hi, Leslie. Hi, Danny.
Stand up here and pull your pants down. Pull your legs up. Okay, now.
Hi, Matt.
Can you wave?
During the summer, because they come from the north to eat. As the water freezes up north, they come down south where the water's open so they can fish. And Clarksville's a great place by the dam because the lock and dam keeps the water open. The water churning, the fish coming up. And today they've seen over 240 eagles. So if you haven't made it to the Scopes, after you see the video and the exhibits and film, go on out to the river and have a look at the eagles. He'll introduce you to his sidekick Phoenix a little later on. Thanks for coming.
Everybody got their chairs warm yet? They don't ever warm up. We make sure of that. It keeps you awake. How many of you are first-time Eagle Day people? Oh, great. Every time we ask that, it's usually about 2/3 of the audience or so is first-time people. So we always like to know that we're getting new converts and we're keeping the perpetuation of this thing going. As long as we can continue to deal with new people, why, that'll work real well. What I'd like to do with you today, first of all, is tell you a little bit about the status of the Bald Eagle Restoration Program in the state of Missouri, about a little bit about what happened when it started and where we are now and where we expect to be in the next few years. And then I'll get Phoenix out and tell you a little bit about her. You're welcome to take pictures. Any of you who have flash cameras or whatever, that's fine. And once we're finished with her, then I'll load her back up and open the floor to questions. So if anybody has anything they'd like to ask, or when we get to that point, we'll try to cover. To return to the same area that they first flew from, or first fledged from, after they become adults, to raise their own families. And since we had basically not had bald eagle nests in the state of Missouri for somewhere around 25 to 30 years, they had been absent from Missouri. There are no natural nests in the state anywhere for birds to make their initial flight from. So if you don't have any nests for them to make an initial flight from, what's going to bring them back to the state of Missouri to make the nest when they're old enough? In other words, this is one of those problems that doesn't appear to have an answer. If you don't have any first flights, how are you ever going to have any first flights? Well, the Conservation Department people came up with an idea to overcome that problem by borrowing, if you will, some ideas that were from a fairly unlikely source. They went to the people that practice the sport of falconry, because the falconers have known for a long time that falcons act somewhat like bald eagles. Even though they're not related, they still tend to return to the area that they first flew from to build nests and to raise their young. They put them in an artificial nest box. A nest box is built by people, and they raise the young falcons in those boxes until they're old enough to fly, and then they turn them loose. And after the falcons grow up, they come back to that same area and build a nest and raise families on their own. Well, since it was known that bald eagles operate much in the same way, that once they have fledged or once they have left the nest, it takes them about 5 years to grow up, to become adults. And once they do that, then they tend to come back to that area where they first flew to build nests. So the Conservation Department decided to build an artificial man-made eagle nest. It's called a hacking tower. And the first one was built in 1980 down in the Mingo National Wildlife Reserve down in the Blue Hills, down in the southeast corner of Missouri. And because that artificial man-made nest box was built down there, and the first bald eagle chicks were released from that artificial man-made decades, was built about a quarter of a mile away from that artificial nest box. The second natural nest built in the state of Missouri was built the next year about a half a mile away from that artificial nest box. And to this day, the largest concentration of bald eagle nests in the state is down in this particular time arm that the eagles are established well enough that they will actually repopulate the state on their own from this point. The state of Missouri, because of habitat destruction, does not have an infinite number of sites that are suitable for bald eagles to build nests. First of all, they build the largest bird nest of any bird in the world. And because of that, they need enormous mature trees to build those nests in, and those mature trees need to be either right next to or very close to water. Because the birds are true sea eagles, they are fish eaters, and that's about 75 to 85% of their diet. So they have to have these big mature trees to build these enormous nests in, and they have to be close to the supply of fish. Close, but there's a couple of things that need to change before she gets her adult coloration. And so after we've had her out for a few minutes and everybody's had a good chance to really look at her, we'll ask and see if anybody can come up with what has to change about her before she really has all the adult coloration that she needs. She... Walk to the park in Springfield because we operate a rapid rehabilitation program at the park for all birds of prey. We deal with hawks and owls and vultures and ospreys and eagles and all of them. They brought her to us and said, you know, can you do anything to save this bird's life? When she was brought to us, she was in such a weak condition she couldn't even stand up. And so we had to make a decision rapidly about what to do with her. There really were only two choices. We could either euthanize her, we could put her to sleep, we could destroy her, or we could make the decision to force feed her. And since she's here today, you know what that decision was. That we were going to imprint her. We were going to teach her to make an association between people and food. And when the birds are very young and they make that association, they learn that somebody's going to come feed them every day. What happens to them is they lose their instinct to hunt. And so even though this bird is in excellent physical condition, she can fly as well as any bird you'll see out on the river today, she cannot take care of herself. She has lost her ability to hunt on her own. If we were to turn, let people in the state of Missouri see what a bald eagle looks like up close, we knew that she would become the ambassador of her species to the state of Missouri. So in that respect, we knew that she would not have a useless life, that she would at least be able to teach, if you will, a lot of people about what a bald eagle looks like up close. Okay, has anybody figured out what needs to change on her color-wise before she becomes an adult? Pardon? She still has some brown on her head, that's right. She needs to be pure white on her head, and that will happen here in the next few months. Yes, ma'am, you're exactly right. Her eye color needs to change. Her eyes are brown right now, and they need to be that bright, piercing yellow that you're so used to seeing in the pictures and on television and that kind of thing. So her eye color will change in the next few months as well. Does anybody have any other ideas about what might change on her? There's one more thing that will change. Do you know? Black feathers? No, she's pretty much the color she's going to be. But there's one other thing that might change about her. Her beak. Her beak needs to be much more yellow than it is right now. It's a little pale right now. But it will change along with her eye color in the next few months and along with the feathers on her head, and then she will have the coloration of an adult. I'm going to get her to spread her wings for you so you can get a feel for how big she is. For those of you with cameras, that's a real good opportunity. You pay attention, you spread your wings for her. Her wingspan is about 7 feet 4 inches. And I say about because she won't lay down on the floor and let you measure her. You kind of have to guess at that. Doesn't she look like she can go to work for the post office? I'll do it again here. Yeah, we will in a minute. Here, see if you can pay attention. Do this for me. Can you show people how you can turn your head upside down for me? Come on. Hey. Come on. Well, she's not going to cooperate. Sometimes she does this and sometimes she doesn't. Here.
What is her weight?
She weighs about 14 pounds. Well, she's not going to pay much attention to it this afternoon for some reason. Usually she does this real well and just turns her head completely upside down. She's not going to pay attention to do this. I usually stop at this point for a second to tell people that when I ask her to do things like this, and she does this for me, that this is not a trained trick bird. She's not a pet. She's very much a wild bald eagle, and everything that I've asked her to do, from spreading her wings to turning her head for you, is done as a natural movement. She turns her head for me because she can't focus real close. And she's reorienting her eyes to try to figure out what's going on in front of her. She spreads her wings when I ask her to because I simply roll my hand just a little bit, throw her just barely off balance, and she spreads her wings to keep from falling. So even though she thinks she's going to fall, she's not, but that's the way I get her to do that. So she's not a trained pet. When she is at home in her territory, she is very territorial. She's very protective of her own area. And she's pretty mean when you go into her territory. But in a situation like this, this is strange to her, and so she's very well behaved, and she's not trying to defend her territory at all. Some of you had asked to see her wings again. Do you want to see that? Everybody always says yes. I don't know why I asked that. Nobody ever says no. So we'll go ahead and try that again. Everybody get all the pictures they want? One more over here. No. You have to get her. Yeah. This guy right here wants another picture. You're not saying thank you. There you go. Okay, let me go ahead and put her up, and then we'll open the floor to questions. I'll try to answer anything anybody wants to know about her, bald eagles in general.
Can I be in the snuggler? I dare you.
Oh, they're up and over there.
Me right down. Me right down.
Down?
I escaped.
How many eagles do you think are in that tree?
Look at the river. It's breaking off down there. And it's going into
There's no ice in this end of the river, but the dam holds it back.
we should stay down there. Look how much.
There.
Oh, that was a good place too. This is good.
And it's low.
I'd have to say, I've never seen
Oh,
a good place before.
Your grandpa is.
Those are eagles. Try and get a picture.
Damn, it's nice.
that one's
pole
got
that
one.
one's got.
Pole.
Yeah. It's
What is
a
he using for bait, baby?
Let's see, a fishing worm, and the other one's got a fly.
I'm gonna use eagle hooks myself.
Eagle hooks. Well, they're close enough this year. You don't have to have binoculars to see them.
No, but the binoculars make it.
Oh, makes it wonderful.
See that one? That one there.
We'll sit in the
After
van.
Missy, I get to see more clothes. Mommy, I get to see.
Hold this.
You gotta be cold.
After Daddy,
I'm gonna sit in the
Mommy,
van. Don't worry
I
about
get
it.
Put this on. I still have on 2 shirts.
to
Put that sweatshirt on underneath your
I ain't gonna take my coat off.
That's boat, I guess.
Videotape you telling me how to walk.
it really look big, doesn't
Dave just said that, he thought usually they were closed this time of year.
it? See how little those men walking on it look compared to the size of that thing? I wonder if that'll bother them on that ice, or if they'll move, or are they used to it? That ought to stir up some fish.
On the stir up some fish, shouldn't it?
Short sleeve shirt.
They're crazy. I do.
This thing really
I can see his name. His name's Doug on his shirt, Dad.
You're making that up, Karen, Sue.
Can you see his name on his shirt? He's looking.
Yeah.
Oh, good. What's it say?
Looks like a trash barrel out
That's what
there.
it
Yeah,
does.
throwing trash in it right now.
That's about what. Maybe it's barbecue pit. He threw trash in it. Here they come. Oh, he got one. Did you see him? He got a fish. I'm sorry, I hit mine. Coming right at him. Did he get him? He swooped down and picked something up. Oh, man. She's cleaning her feathers.
Liz, there they go.
I'm looking up.
She's cleaning her feathers, Danny.
You be careful there.
Can I borrow your knuckler, Grandpa?
Look how far that cave goes back.
That is pretty.
Danny, get up here.
Hey, let me see that cave. Let me see how far it goes back.
Karen across the highway.
Well, let's split it.
Well,
Pretty one sitting right there.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, I know. I just noticed.
I lost him completely. Oh my God.
She landed him. Do not run over your mother.
Well, it wasn't going to roll over her. It was going to
It's more tan and brown. See it? It's. Oh heck! I had the thing on.